Hey, I just want to make a quick response about kind of the steps to take to claiming your abundance. I'm just taking steps now, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying things. Um, but essentially, I, like you, resonate with eternity and being a light being. Um, as I understand it, the Kenneth Charles Taylor that was certified at my birth is a corporation. And I am Kenneth Charles of the Taylor family. And there's a different way of spelling that out. Like in school, when we sign our name, it's the first capitalized letter, and the rest are diminutia or small. That is, you have small rights and duties ascribed to you. Whenever it's fully capitalized, you're a corporation, and you have rights and duties that you are part of. Their human resources sin team syntax. Whenever you're, see, I can't say any of this is truth, but essentially, whenever I go do my income tax, on the back of it, there's a name change, and I'm going to say, hey, no, I'm not this Kenneth Charles Taylor Corporation. I am the natural person of that corporation. So I am the benefactor of that. I don't know what they're going to say or anything. So, but there's something about claiming our true name, which I would be Kenneth Taylor or Kenneth Charles of the Taylor family. Which back in the day, like if you're to cross borders and stuff like that, apparently you just needed a family Bible, anything that would prove your lineage or anything like that. So I believe that to be the case, but I'll update more whenever I get more information. But up to now, through information from like Robert Menard and um, the security of your person and pursuit of happiness and stuff like that, like it all doesn't make sense how we can't go after those things. But there's systems like our city is receiving dividends from our bonds made at birth, as far as I can tell. But we're not given that information. But I think it's out there. On the back of my birth certificate, it's a treasury note, and there's a B, a red stamp number from the Bank of Canada. So it's like I'm worth something, right? But until I realize what I'm worth, then I'm not worth anything. So whatever money comes in for the dividends, um, if I don't tell them what to do with that, or if I don't claim my power, then they're just gonna. That's why politicians fight over budgets and stuff, because nobody gives a crap about where it goes. We don't feel like we have a say. Um, in my opinion, I would like, a minimum monthly living, plain and simple, and the rest to go directly to where I want it to go. Like the minimum social standard, or the social standards, have them all raised to a point where we can all, see people living in buildings, not on the streets and stuff like that. So, um, whatever wealth I have as a Canadian, I don't mind sharing it as long as I get to have some of it, which is plain and simple. I think we all want that. I have conversations with my friends like, why does one guy need a house for 50 people when he's just one person? He's not even taking in anything. He's just, when we seek to own, that's when there's divide and conquer. Um, so I, for one, would share everything, all my intellectual property or whatever, like, whether it be right or wrong, truth or false. Um, I'm on a mission to find truth, just like anybody else. But there's something about the value of the signature and the Canadian Payment Association about the 96 on any kind of bill being remittance and stuff. Like, there's really lots of information, but the people who take that information and just paper push in these big buildings, they don't really. I don't think they know the full extent. They're just doing what they've been taught, right? So I think the people who do believe, who know this stuff at the top, are trying to make it easier for us and meet us halfway. So I think that's what we're. If we witness some synchronicities, it's definitely that. Or in my mind, we're projecting our thoughts to say, hey, meet us halfway. Um, I really appreciate your video though. I'm on the same team, so in a sense, I think it's just remembering our name. It's not we're not the full capitalized thing, because that's a, if you look it up, you have no rights or duties. You're a corporation like McDonald's. So we already have something that's incorporated into the system, and that's through your birth certificate, through your human resources SIN card, through, or whatever you're using. There is, like a birth certificate, there's something called the certificate of live birth, which is, what we should all have, but which is a way, which in a sense proves our living birth, not just some documented history of a bond. Again, I don't know if any of this is true. This is just the information that I've received through other sources on YouTube and reprocessing it. So if I can condense my information and spit it back at you and get this thing flowing properly, then that's the goal. So thank you for your video, and I hope abundance comes to us all.